Welcome back to the 2023 APP Sunmed Atlanta Metro Open. Whew, getting things started with a fantastic women's singles gold medal match. Megan Fudge winning her first gold medal in women's singles on the APP Tour this season. And now it is time for our men's singles action. You're taking a look at the bracket here. Jhonnatan Medina Alvarez, playing against Roscoe Bellamy. Bellamy playing in his very first championship Sunday. So great matchup we have ahead of us here. Break down the games of these two players for us, because this is the first time. These are some of the newer faces that we talked about.
You take one, I'll take one.
Okay, so Roscoe Bellamy, newer face to pickleball. I think the first time that he really was noticed was in Cincinnati, where he made a deeper run in singles. Played collegiate tennis at UCLA. Also the son of one of our senior pros, who is very well known, Beth Bellamy. But Roscoe is definitely stepping it up now, making that transition over to singles. You can see his height advantage, yes, and his kitchen coverage.
And on the other side, look out for Medina Alvarez. Very clean strokes. Will hit a very tough backhand, one-handed backhand. Creates a lot of shape on it.
So Bellamy with the first serve, but it sails long, and so it's going to go to the side of Medina Alvarez here in game number one.
Was talking with Medina Alvarez's coach, Maria Lopez, who is here with him this weekend, and talked about how when he was in tennis, his weapon of choice was his forehand. Now, in pickleball, it's almost flipped, and it's his backhand now.
A little more on the cut backhand side, the heavier slice.
Take a look at some stats from Jhonnatan Medina Alvarez, 41 years old, calls Richmond, Virginia home. Has 4 APP medals this season.
Medina Alvarez isn't going to overpower you, but his control and his pinpoint accuracy is what gets him there. And you see that passing shot there as he slides it down the line past Roscoe Bellamy.
He came onto the scene hot and heavy in Punta Gorda. Chad, you and I saw him, and it was like, wow, where did he come from? And has just been honing his game since.
And right now it is Medina Alvarez controlling the pace and the points here in game number one. He's got a 3-0 lead.
There's that one-handed backhand. It's just, it's too clean. It's pretty, too. Like, that's the funny part about it. Everything is just so smooth, clean. And that's not even close to being out.
That time it's Bellamy with a strong forehand cross-court winner.
A nice deep return there from Bellamy. Pushes Medina Alvarez back, forces that pop-up. Bellamy just going for a little too much here early.
You see a difference from the match we just watched with the ladies and then to the men's side of things. Two totally different game plans from ladies singles to men. You will see the men come in pretty much instantly on returns.
Bellamy just rushing things a little bit here. First championship Sunday. Rhythm's a little bit off.
I was talking with Roscoe about that exactly just a few days ago as he was preparing for this tournament, and he said it is his first championship Sunday, but he's hungry for it. His mom, like you guys mentioned, very well known here on the APP Tour, one of the best senior pros that we have on tour, and so he's gotten a lot of advice from her about the ways to excel in pickleball. The other two players that he has in his corner that have been giving him a lot of advice, the Johnson brothers.
Yeah, he's very close with both Hunter and Yates Johnson. And again, that's two guys you're not going to complain about having in your corner and helping you out on the single side of things.
No, you're not, because if anybody knows how to do Championship Sunday, the Johnson brothers are certainly pretty good people to get some feedback from.
He's a little closer with Yates. Him and Yates are pretty tight. And he's got Yates on his sideline right now this morning.
Time in, 5-0.
And ironically, growing up, so the Johnsons are 5 years older than Roscoe, but same age as his older brother, Roscoe's older brother, and so got to know the Johnsons just through the tennis circuit growing up. And
yeah, if you wanted to talk about a tennis family, Bellamy's are a tennis family.
Exactly.
Owners of the former owners of the Tennis Channel. Beth Bellamy was a pro tennis player. Roscoe played tennis. That was one family that you would probably say 5 years ago would never come to pickleball.
Yeah, correct. And now they are all in on pickleball. As Beth Bellamy, one of the top senior women's players in the game. Right there, that's where Bellamy's height and length come into play. As when he can get to the kitchen line and get on that center line, there's not much room to pass.
Bellamy's still looking for his first point here in men's singles gold medal match, and he gets it.
Right on cue.
It's like I saw it coming or something. He was looking for it, and now it has been found. So 1-5, the score for Bellamy's serve.
That's just such a clean two-handed backhand there from Roscoe Bellamy. As you watch him approach that last ball, he lets it bounce up to its apex where he's almost hitting down on it with that two-hander.
Yeah, very nice there from Bellamy. Adding a little bit more height, but more spin, getting those balls to dip down. We saw an excellent forehand there, creating that shorter ball. Just held it, waited for Medina Alvarez to commit one way or the other.
Gets to that ball, but cannot get it back over the net. So forced to give the ball back to Medina Alvarez, but not before Roscoe Bellamy finds 3 points of his own here in this first game of our men's singles gold medal match at the APP Sunmed Atlanta Metro Open. Medina Alvarez now with a chance to extend his lead.
I think that's his third missed return to serve. So half the points for Medina Alvarez coming off of unforced errors from Bellamy on return of serves. See, and when he can stay clean, Bellamy's dangerous. And that's how he got here to Championship Sunday, is by staying clean, staying focused. The unforced errors, call it early in the morning, call it a little bit of pressure, a Championship Sunday, the first time you've been here. But he's still in this right here, only down by 2.
Big serve there from Bellamy. Creates the missed return into the net from Medina Alvarez.
It's a 4-1 run right now for Bellamy.
So pretty. So pretty. I mean, the XR paddle has a little bit to do with that one right there, but heavy topspin and big-time shake from Bellamy on that drop.
Look at that, just coming right into your living room right there. Just so much topspin on it. But again, you mentioned it, a lot of the newer paddles have that grit, and what that causes, these tennis players coming in, they already have that topspin. Well, now like
they
their
can
strings,
hit the same stroke.
Right, now they can hit that same stroke that they were taught in tennis into pickleball, and that's why you have all these players out there talking about, oh, I come in from tennis, I got to completely change my game. Wrong. You adjust your game. Use all the skills that you had from tennis in pickleball. Don't change your game. Just make it work for you, and you're seeing that right here. Bellamy, huge topspin forehands right now, and it's got him back within 1.
Bellamy on a little 5-1 run right now here in game number 1. Medina Alvarez calling the timeout here, wanting to try and break up some of this momentum that Bellamy has put together. Given it's his first time playing on Championship Sunday, let's give you a little bit more info, a little more insight, as it were, on Roscoe Bellamy, 23 years old, out of Bell Canyon, California, Los Angeles. Played tennis at UCLA, and like we mentioned, his mother, Beth, is one of the top women's seniors pro, one of the top women's champions division pro, excuse me. And Roscoe trying to become one of the top pros himself here on the APP Tour. He said coming over to pickleball from tennis has really given him a second opportunity to pursue what he's always wanted, and that is to go professional. Gold medal would help him out right here. But Medina Alvarez with a very well-placed ball.
Too flat on that last forehand volley there from Bellamy. This one right here.
Yeah, gets nothing on it.
Needed some roll to get that ball to drop down and come back up. Alvarez, nice easy volley cross court.
Oh, that's dirty. Alvarez just drops it right back over the net to him. A little gamesmanship right here.
5, 6,
And if you keep hearing
That, I think that's Yates, right? Who was it?
You keep hearing that, yeah, it's somebody here. And so I have an eye on Yates right here. It's not him. It's someone else in the stands. It's not either one of the players dropping that big yeah every time a good point happens. It's someone behind us or in the stands or someone near the court mic.
side out.
We do love the crowd here in Griffin, Georgia. They've been engaged all weekend
I
long.
gotta find the person now.
I know it's
I'm on search patrol.
Yeah, I know it's not Yates. He's still got the sunglasses on. He's not completely awake yet.
Yeah, Yates is like, not yet. 10 o'clock here local time. Men's singles, excuse me, gold medal match. There's a look at Yates Johnson.
Use it. Come on. Side out. Come on.
Roscoe trying to fire himself up right now as he's still within one here, so striking distance.
5, 6.
At one point was down 5-0 to start this game, but battling his way back on a 5-1 run now. But
Too
Medina
good.
Alvarez just keeps placing the ball out of the reach of Bellamy's long frame.
Well, he sets up the angle of the paddle early, so then lets the ball get to the paddle, and it's just a nice, controlled, easy movement to take that ball cross court.
Ball's good. Point.
Ooh.
Ball's good. Point.
So the ball called out by Roscoe Bellamy. Medina Alvarez looking to the official to get confirmation. The official calling it out.
Ball in, please.
There's
Play
a
and play.
jump.
So it is going to be a point for Medina Alvarez.
7, 5.
7-5, the score here for Medina Alvarez on the serve and straight into the net.
Good answer right there for Bellamy on a good return to serve. Got to keep your head, even if it
5,
is
7.
in or out. Nothing you can do about it.
Side out.
That little mishit there from Bellamy. Catches on the bottom of the paddle. It pops up.
Seven, 5.
So the score remains 7-5. Medina Alvarez with a chance to extend his lead.
Two great volleys from Roscoe Bellamy. Again, we talked about it earlier in the women's match of how Megan Fudge just keeps this paddle out in front. Watch Bellamy, two nice volleys on the backhand side, keeping that paddle out in front and controlled.
Another big serve there from Bellamy. So much height, so much top spin.
It is. It's a huge, big looping serve.
He needed to take that ball out of the air.
Yes, 100%.
Ended up stepping back and letting that ball bounce, and it put him into a defensive position where he's working his way into offensive. If he steps up, takes that ball out of the air, really cuts down the reaction time of Medina Alvarez.
That's good ball there from Medina Alvarez, keeping that ball nice and low. And that's got to be his key right now, because anything up anywhere from 6 to 8 inches over the net, that's easy for Roscoe Bellamy to handle and volley.
Line out. I'm sorry. Point. Referee correction. Point.
Oh, we're certainly having some controversy with the line calls here in these first 2 championship matches on Sunday.
Good ball on the two-handed backhand there from Bellamy, cross court, but then can't finish right there.
And so it's a game point opportunity here for Medina Alvarez, up 10-6 here in game number 1. Can take game 1 right here with this serve.
Ball's wide.
And so it is Jhonnatan Medina Alvarez taking game 1 here of our men's singles gold medal match, 11-6 over Roscoe Bellamy. He did come through the winner's bracket side, so Medina Alvarez sitting just 1 game away from winning the men's singles gold medal here in Atlanta. Game 2 when we come back.
Retirement. It's not all one big vacation. It's great to find purpose by trying a new activity. Keep an active social life, but don't forget to make new friends too. As always, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Ah, isn't it wonderful to be retired?
Sunmed, premium hemp wellness for targeted relief and recovery, daily calm and relaxation, a better night's sleep, and brighter days. Discover modern wellness products for every part of your day and every step of your journey.
Welcome back to Championship Court at the APP Sunmed Atlanta Metro Open. Medina Alvarez taking game 1, and
They started a little early right there as we came back and we had a shot of Maria Lopez on the sideline. That is Jhonnatan Medina Alvarez's coach right there, as you see her hiding in the black sunglasses, black hat, trying to duck behind the barriers right there so nobody sees her, but we see her.
And so now we're going to officially get underway here in game 2. Medina Alvarez with the serve.
Yeah, difference maker between Bellamy and Medina Alvarez in game one was just the number of unforced errors. I think Medina Alvarez maybe had one or two. Bellamy more than two handfuls.
Wow. Great angle taken there by Medina Alvarez. Bellamy gets a paddle on it, but can't shape it back over the net.
Yeah, just a great get there from Medina Alvarez and able to actually do something with it, too.
0-0. Point.
That ball just kicking a little bit. Didn't quite come up like Bellamy expected.
1-0. Fight out.
I like that, though.
Yeah,
that is the right
unlucky
play to try and take that ball out of the air right there from Medina Alvarez. You kind of eliminate the time Bellamy has to react.
Fight out.
Serve sailing long for Roscoe Bellamy.
1-0. Point.
Another missed return there for Bellamy.
2-0.
Still kind of rushing through things a little bit, trying to do a little too much. And another one.
We talk about it is the first match, their only match today, right? So getting warmed up, and then also, the adrenaline of Championship Sunday. Knowing a gold medal's on the line.
Fight out.
Side out there. Medina Alvarez. The response sailing a little bit wide, so it's going to be Bellamy with an opportunity here. That one not sailing long, in fact, just finding the inside of the baseline for Bellamy's first point here of game number 2.
1-3.
1-3, the score for the former UCLA Bruin.
Big serve. Again, heavy topspin. I think Bellamy just needs to slow himself down on some of these ground strokes. Like that right there.
Look at the shape he puts on that. But again, what did we talk about the other day? We talked about with the Johnson brothers, right? Letting the paddle do the work, right? All these new paddles, we just talked about the technology. There's more grit, there's more pop. Well, if you have that, back off a little bit, create some shape, let the equipment do the work for you, and that's exactly what you saw right there.
I'm going to throw one out there, baseball reference. Greg Maddux.
Oh, perfect.
Could throw mid to upper 90s.
Couldn't break a pane of glass.
But didn't,
in the game.
But didn't have any movement on it. So then he sat mid 80s because it got more movement, it got more run.
Exactly. His ball moved all over. His ball would move black to black. So meaning corner to corner, side to side of the plate in like one pit. It'd move, 16 inches.
Yeah.
And that's why here you guys always talk about it is placement over power. But it's a hard adjustment, I'd imagine, for players to sort of not just grasp, especially coming from tennis. I'd imagine one of the bigger adjustments is the court size.
Well, the hard part is when you live in the 100%, your timing and everything has to be absolutely perfect. If you're in that kind of 70 to 85%, you make fewer mistakes. You hit cleaner balls.
Medina Alvarez hitting that one incredibly cleanly.
Great forehand right here from Medina Alvarez on still another good ball from Bellamy. Takes something off it, but Medina Alvarez reads it correctly.
So out of the timeout called by Medina Alvarez, he immediately gets a side out, and now trying to get the first point.
That's too good.
Taste your own medicine right there.
Perfect forehand down the line there from Medina Alvarez.
4-3.
Gives him the 4-3 lead here in a game 2, which if he wins, he will be our men's singles gold medalist here in Atlanta.
Oh my God! What?
Roscoe Bellamy.
That's a backhand
dirty.
flip.
Bellamy around the
backhand
post.
flick around the
Watch
post.
this. Perfect
And
angle.
wink.
Sheesh.
It's in by 3 feet, too. It's not even close.
Just filthy.
Smack. Just smack.
And now Roscoe Bellamy, using the momentum he's started to develop, ties things up here in game number 2.
Bellamy is getting like 10 feet of height on his serve. Oh, except for that one. Rushes it, cuts off the motion, goes straight to the hip.
So it'll be a side out now, and Medina Alvarez with a chance to take the lead early on here in game number 2.
Right out.
Alvarez doing the same. You heard Bellamy say, "Ooh, you had me." Bellamy leaning to the forehand side there. Alvarez.
Great placement by Roscoe Bellamy, passing
That
shot.
shows the newness to pickleball right there.
He's towing the line. He
ball
doesn't have
bounce,
to.
and then he's worrying about
Watch.
stepping in the kitchen.
Right here. He's worried about going in the kitchen with the ball bounce. He could have gone anywhere he wanted.
The tweener get from Bellamy, but Medina Alvarez unfazed and goes cross court on him.
Well, the tweener was the only shot he had because he overruns it. Look at right there. That's the only shot he had.
Hey, first championship Sunday, and by the second game, you're busting out and around the post, a tweener. I mean, it's a good sign for him in his pickleball championship Sunday debut here on the APP Tour.
Oh, that almost came back in.
He shaped it enough, but
It was just deep.
So it'll be Bellamy with a chance to
5-4.
extend his lead here in game 2.
Right out.
Again, rushing it. So a lot of the errors that we make is when we're at contact and then we either try to move to our next position or we're trying to come through that finish so quickly that we don't get the full extension through that ball. If Bellamy slows himself down there and just gets a little bit more extended, again, rushing to try to come up to the kitchen line there. Need to execute the shot, then move.
and then trying to be too perfect and a little sneaky back there on Medina Alvarez is Bellamy, and in a heartbeat, Medina Alvarez takes the lead back.
So talk about rushing through these points here for Bellamy. I'll ask you actually after this serve from Medina Alvarez. Great placement there by Bellamy. How do you practice that outside of a match situation where you can get better at not rushing through?
Well, I mean, a lot of it comes down to typically when you're drilling or when you're practicing or whatever else like that, you're solely focused on making your shots. But once you get in, once you get in these match situations and you're trying to really put pressure on, or you're trying to put max effort in or everything, then everything just speeds up and gets a little hectic. So in essence, you have to just treat it like it's a drill session or a practice session or anything where you're out there, you're focusing on the shot, you're not trying to do too much. We talk about it all the time about trying to do too much and we end up pushing too big.
So it's a lot about the mental side of playing in a game versus a physical tactic.
Yeah.
Well, the game's 90% mental, the other half is physical.
Okay, Yogi.
I'm not great at math, but
It's
busting out the yogiisms. Yogi Berra.
it's a yogi.
exactly. No, I remember where
Yeah.
it's from. I'm just saying. I thought I was bad at math.
Remember we said last night, AJ? They didn't tell us there was going to be math.
I was promised there would
Hey,
be.
AJ's already thrown the fingers up there. Don't worry, I saw it in the first one.
The what?
You were throwing the fingers up to figure out
yeah.
how many points.
Because I keep track of everything. I try to keep track of the runs for you guys, the number of game points, the number of championship points.
6, 7.
But yeah, right. If I don't write that down, there's no way.
Bellamy gets there in time, but again, I don't think he thought he was going to be there in time, and he just rushes this. I think the better play would have just been a nice flip push down that line instead of trying to come all the way back cross court.
Good spin there, and an excellent roll from Bellamy. Missed one on the forehand side earlier, made his adjustment there, just focused on getting the paddle head underneath the ball.
So another tie here in our game number 2. Bellamy with a chance to take the lead.
Excellent setup there from Bellamy. He's started to slow himself down again, and yes, that came from somewhere again. Not sure who it was.
That was your job.
But I know. Well, I got distracted by the actual play on the court.
We got to find this guy.
8-7 the score for Bellamy's serve.
Oh, that is disgustingly good.
Such a good forehand from Roscoe Bellamy down the line, and is in control here now in game number 2. He doubles up to the same spot. I like that because typically you get players who will go down one line, then try and go the other. He doubles up down that line. Beautifully played.
This game 2 tightly contested so far, but Roscoe Bellamy with the biggest lead that he has had this entire game, a whopping 2 points here, but he is up 9-7. Let's go back to earlier, the Sunmed recovery moment of the match. This had all of us standing up in our seats.
Again, look at Bellamy controlling the kitchen line, but this little pancake around the post, and it isn't even close.
Dude, that's
not even close.
Reverse.
3 feet in from Bellamy, using every bit of his height and length there to finish that off.
But, I mean, he's in a situation there with the reverse gives him a better angle than trying to hit a backhand coming back across the body.
Time in, 9-7.
Out of the timeout, Bellamy up 9-7. Here in game 2 of our men's singles gold medal match.
Yeah, good control of the kitchen there from Medina Alvarez. Taking those balls out of the air, going sideline to sideline, keeping Bellamy on the run.
So out of the timeout, again, Medina Alvarez doing a great job to immediately force the side out. Trailing by 2 here.
9.
Yes!
Lie down.
That was all Bellamy. Big side out here. Try to get one more, and then he'll have a game point on his paddle.
9-7.
But instead, it's another side out. Pushes that one wide.
Yeah, you heard Bellamy say too close to the line there. Tried to be a little too fine, and again, rush it before Medina Alvarez could recover.
That time, Bellamy frustrated that ball didn't bounce up the way he thought it was going to. So instead, it's a point for Medina Alvarez, and he gets himself within 1 here in game number 2. He took game 1. So if he can come back here in game number 2 and get the win, he will be our men's singles gold medalist. Ties us up here.
Well, if there is an X factor in game 1 and now in game 2, it is missed return of serves from Bellamy. But again, what's happening is players are developing better serves, right? So they're being more aggressive and getting more errors, whether it be long or short, where they're able to come in and attack that third shot. That's what you're seeing right here, is that Bellamy just not comfortable with the Medina Alvarez topspin serve.
If you're his coach, give us a little insight here. What is what's being said in the ear of Medina Alvarez as he sits 2 points away from his first men's singles gold medal on the 2023 APP Tour.
I've been in on those conversations, and I don't understand any of it. They are completely talking in Spanish right there. I don't get any of it. But right now, if I am the coach, I'm literally just telling him, continue to do what's got you here. Continue to stay positive. Continue to stay between the lines. If you stay between the lines, you're going to force Bellamy into some mistakes right now. So biggest thing for Medina Alvarez, good big serve here and keep your third aim.
Medina Alvarez, originally from Venezuela.
Referee correction, point.
Another look at it here, Bellamy.
Ball actually does look wide. Yes, it does.
So the ball sailing wide, and it is a point for Medina Alvarez. Here he is, an opportunity to win the men's singles gold medal right now.
Right out.
Sends it into the net instead, though, so Bellamy trying to fire himself up here. Defended one championship point. Going to have to put a few points of his own on the board to get back into it. Instead, it's a side out here. Medina Alvarez, second championship point opportunity. He's got 4 medals on the APP Tour this season, none of them golden. Can he get it here? Yes, he can. Down the line, and it is a gold medal for Jhonnatan Medina Alvarez in our men's singles gold medal match here in Atlanta.
What a finish down the line for Medina Alvarez as he goes right down the line with that forehand winner. Beautifully done, and gets his first gold medal.
Congratulations to Medina Alvarez and Roscoe Bellamy making his Championship Sunday debut here on the APP Tour. We're going to hear from both players when we come back.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Managed ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
The APP is presented by AARP, Volpe, PowerPlate, and Sunmed.
And here's the Boca Raton championship point. Medina Alvarez picking up his first gold medal here, Chad.
Yeah, we talked about how composed and how clean Medina Alvarez strikes the ball. Again, pinpoint accuracy right down the line there past Roscoe Bellamy. We see the blow to the, blowing a kiss to the camera, and then the hug from Coach Maria Lopez. We have AJ McCord down courtside with both our players.
A fantastic men's singles gold medal match here in Atlanta. Give it up for the crowd here, filling in nicely in Griffin, Georgia. Thank you so much for coming out. It is time for our gold medal match interview, powered by Franklin. We are going to get to you in just a minute with your gold medal match interview. But first, Roscoe Bellamy, welcome to Championship Sunday, your debut here on the APP Tour, walking away with the silver medal. How much have you grown your game in the last few months to be able to walk away with some hardware today?
Yeah, I think I've been, practicing a lot, training hard, learning the sport. I've been surrounded by a lot of great people, and I think they're kind of helping to push me and teach me everything I need to know. So I think, even coming from today, there's a lot I can work on and keep improving. So I'm happy with my run here.
First Championship Sunday, but no doubt we'll see you again. Congratulations to our silver medalist, Roscoe Bellamy, here in Atlanta. Let's get you your hardware, sir. And now let's shift our attention to our men's singles gold medalist, Jhonnatan Medina Alvarez. An impressive run, such poise, such patience that you showed in your game today. What was the strategy you wanted to showcase?
Well, let me first say congrats to Roscoe for such a great tournament. I'm just happy to be here, Well, we talk about it being my coach, about how I stay present and play points to make sure that we have enough on each point so we can wait for the right opportunity. But it's a final, it can go either way, and I think Roscoe played a great match, so I'm just happy to be able to take the win today.
4 APP medals on the season. The first one for 5, now 5.
Okay, yes.
Now 5, right? You had 4 medals coming into today, but this one, your first gold medal. What did it take for you to get over the hump?
Well, I wake up 5:30 in the morning and work extremely hard. Then I have a full-time job that I have to do from 8 to 5. And then when I have time, I'll go back into the court. So for me, from a support system, from my wife to my son, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I know how hard it is for my family when I'm away, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to play.
So much fun to watch you play. Congratulations, your 5th APP Tour medal this season. First one golden. Let's get it to him.
Well, there you have it. Jhonnatan Medina Alvarez taking his first gold medal, and he is extremely happy with how he played today and his results from this weekend, Chad.
Yeah, we talked about it coming into it, that he doesn't overhit. He doesn't try to do too much. He just hits quality balls, quality shots, and we saw that here. Bellamy, bigger frame, heavier ball, more pace, but it was the error difference that made the win-loss difference here.
Well, Medina Alvarez, your gold medalist. Thanks for joining us this morning. More action coming at noon Eastern time over on CBS Sports Network. Join us then.